Today we are making the Vile, the undead version of the bear from the plains, fight every single mobs in Valheim. Although we're gonna skip the meadow and go straight for the Black Forest with the Grey Dwarf. Although it's gonna be fast too, if they can notice each other. Here we go, finally, rock in the face, and it's over. Let's go with the Grey Dwarf Brute. This may be a bit more than one hit. It's gonna be two. It's still not one hit. Then we have the Grey Dwarf Shaman, which probably won't be a problem for the bear. It's still again 2 hits. It has the same exact move as the normal bear, which means we move on already to the troll. And troll is a bit more dangerous than the other ones we've seen. But as you can see right now, a Vile is something else. It's barely scratching the Vile. This thing is a beast. Although it's kind of stuck in me right now. There we go. It is not stunning the troll, which is surprising. I thought it would have been stunning the troll, but no. Alright. Here's the last hit. It's over. So then we have a skeleton, which is again completely blind. Oh, it saw and it missed. The skeleton missed somehow. Here we go. And then we have the rancid remains. I was about to say I don't think the poison will work on an undead mob, but we didn't see it. And finally, the last mob from the forest, we have the Ghost. The new model of the Ghost. There's no more Ghost. This thing is very aggressive. Now moving to the swamp, we have the Blob. Let's see if the poison will do anything against the Vile. Never mind. Maybe the ooze will be able to do something. Because it splits, which means it's gonna have... Oh, it has a lot of HP, yeah. Poison does nothing. Absolutely nothing. Which means it is a complete one-sided fight for the bear. I mean, the Vile. The Unbjorn, as it's the name in the code. Then we have the Droger. Droger that doesn't have a lot of HP. Is gonna be over very soon. Vile that is still the same since the beginning. It's not even damaged. Let's see the Droger Archer. Never mind, we won't see it. And finally, the Droger Elite, which will probably be a bit more resilient than the other twos. Here we go. It got stunned instantly, which means it probably won't attack and it's gonna die. No, it survived a hit. Can it do another one? It did, but it died. Alright, let's clean this place before moving on to the Abomination. And for the Abomination, we need to actually wake it up before returning into Spectator. Here we go. Alright. Oh, it got it by surprise. I wonder how. It was pretty... Oh my god, we need to restart this fight. Okay, here we go. It's aware, still going out of the ground, but it's not a sneak attack this time. I don't think it's gonna give any trouble to the Vile. It's not doing a lot of damage to the Vile. Look at that. It is also its resistant attack. It is resistance to blunt, so it's doing... Yeah, when the damage is gray, it means it's resistant. Which means the Abomination will be completely annihilated by the Vile. Violated? Wait, no, never mind. What is he doing? He's stuck in the branches. Alright, it's over. Moving on to the Circling. Let's see if this thing is still afraid of the fire like the bear version. Hello, can you do something? Oh, it's gonna be a sneak attack. It is not. It is still doing the yellow damage, but it's... No, wait, it is. It's not attacking the Circling. It's afraid of fire. Just like the bear. Oh, it's coming back. It's coming back. Never mind. It's running away. It's doing the same thing. When it's about to attack, it's turning back. Since this thing is made out of flame, it counts probably like a torch. So if you swing a torch next to a bear, it's turning around. So it works for the Vile. I'm surprised. Where's the... Oh, there's the Circling. It's hiding in the bushes. Thank God these guys are not in the plains. They look like these bush with their little ears. Okay, the bears is gone, the Vile is gone, so let's stop this fight. So, the last one of the swamp, we have the Raid, which will have a sneak attack on the Vile, which won't change much of the fight anyway. It's a 2-shot for the Vile. Here we go. We're moving on to the mountain. We have the Wolf, which is standing on top of the Vile. Alright, here we go. A 1-shot from this big attack. Coming up to an unfair fight. Let's see if it can do anything against a Drake. It can't hit it. And the Drake is doing massive damage. If it lands down though, it could probably be killed like there. If it lands, hold on. No, that was so close. It could have been ended in one shot, probably. It all depends on if the Drake stays low enough for a long time, like this right now. Wait, why are you turning back? It's so weird. The AI is acting weird sometime. They are too far to be seen with the health bar. Where is it? It's here. Oh, it's over! He finally managed to do it. Let's see how damaged the vial was. He's coming back to his spawn point. That's nice. Almost dead. Moving on, we have the Stone Golem. The Stone Golem needs to lock in. Here we go. And we have a real fight this time. Two giant mobs against each other. Let's see who's the strongest. Stone Golem is a problem. Normally in the snow biome, when you're not prepared, these guys are quite scary. But the vial is from a tier above, which means right now it is pretty close. We are going to come back. I want to see the HP, so we're gonna stay close. It's not perfect to be in character like this, but it's fine. We can zoom out. It is closer. We are getting closer. But the Stone Golem is losing. Especially against these attacks that does blunt damage. Stone Golem doing his best. Vial is half HP, which means he will struggle probably against the Seeker Soldier. Okay, he missed that one. The Stone Golem is slowly gaining some terrain somehow each time the vial misses, which is not always. Sometimes he jumps and misses, but not this time. It's gonna be one last hit from the vial. It's over. Pretty close, just like the Drake. Next we have the Fenring. Fenring are quite strong, but probably not as strong as a vial. Hello, can you wake up? Hello? Oh, they're gonna see each other. He's wasting time farming aura. Oh, not quite half health, but still a lot of damage on the Fenring. Here we go. So moving on to the Cultist. We're keeping the same vial. I don't think it's gonna change much. It's gonna burn though. The fire of the Cultist does a lot of damage. He missed on this shot, but it's over. Still did a lot of damage. As we are moving to the Vial's territory, the plane starting with a murder. Let's do that one again. Here we go. Ah, this time is 2 hit instead of just a backstab. Won't change much of the result. So let's see what the Goblin Bruise can do instead of the normal one. I mean the fueling. It says Goblin in the code. I call them Goblin. Okay, better damage, but I feel like the Vial is much more dangerous than the Fueling Berserker. The big difference is that the Fueling Berserker comes in group of like 3-4 with a bunch of small fueling inside a village. But still, pretty good damage on the Vial. It's over. So let's see with a Shaman. You're not looking on the right way. It's over there. Ma'am? Turn around. Hello? Okay, let's test something. It kinda worked. Come on. Wake up. Well, that's one way to do it. Oh, it's on fire, so it's not scared. Every time it sees fire. Okay. The protection is over. Can it kill it? Oh, it probably will. And the fire did not finish it. Pretty close with a backstab. Now here's the fight I really want to see. The Lox versus the Vial. These are two mastodons. The Lux is such a mob when you see it for the first time and you try to approach it. I remember trying to bow one from a far away, only to have it run towards me and getting one shot. And right now it is pretty close, but the Vial seems to have the advantage. Which means the plane just became even more dangerous than it was already, especially with the Desquito. Why are they jumping on each other like that? Oh, this is gonna be a massacre. The Lux is having a hard time. The Lux is just too slow. They have about, I think, the same amount of damage. It's just that the Lux is taking more time to attack and doesn't have the double swipes of the Vial. Like these attacks. Yeah, it's pretty similar. I think the Vial has more HP too. Don't quote me on that. I haven't checked the stats. But the Vial is definitely attacking faster. Okay, here we go. Only a few left. It is still pretty close. Which makes sense for two giant quadruped beasts inside the plane. One that spawns only at night, and we all know that night in this game is much worse. And finally, the Desquito, which is very squishy but does a lot of damage. All it needs is one hit for the Vial to kill it, which will be right now. Now, moving on to the Mistland, we have the Seeker. First mob you encounter, probably when you go in the Mistland. These guys are such a step up in difficulty, but is it gonna be enough for the Vial? It is holding its own, but definitely not. It is getting stunned every time too. There we go, it's over. Moving on with the Seeker Soldier. This thing can hold its own. Oh yeah, already we see it. It is starting very strong against the Vial. Not taking a lot of damage. This thing is very hard to kill and is doing a lot of damage. Let's see if it can kill the Vial. It is going to be probably the first one to kill the Vial. That's my prediction. It is actually... I'm not here. Don't attack me. It is actually, yeah, gaining some terrain in HP. Slowly chipping away. The Vial, they have so much HP. So much AoE from the Seeker Soldier. It was not even close and it did damage to the Vial. Although both of them are doing the type of damage that does less damage. In fact, I think... No, it's doing great damage, right? I'm pretty sure. The freaking Vial keeps missing. Both of them keep missing. What is going on? Here we go. Finally, we got a hit. Come on. Finish this fight. Yeah, both of them are gray. There we go. The damage are in the 50s. 60s. This is gonna be it. The first winner against the Vial is the Seeker Soldier. It takes all the way to the Seeker Soldier to defeat the Vial. So, moving on, we have the Dvergr. This Dvergr is, well, alone. Normally they come in group, but this one, poor guy, facing a Vial, all alone, getting stunned. I have a feeling the mages will have a better time than this guy right here. Yep. Starting with the Fire Mage. This guy has a lot of DPS and is doing fire, which will probably make it run away. No, it doesn't. Oh my god. I don't think he's gonna do enough damage to the Vial. He's gonna try to run away, but the Vial is too fast. Oh my god, that's like what, 0.1 HP? It's over. So, moving on to the Ice Mage. Let's see if this one can do better. Oh, he got stunned mid-attack. They're not doing enough. Although that was a lot of damage. He's slowed now. He missed. Okay, one attack out of the two. It would be over if it was for that. And now it's over. So let's move on to the last mage, the support one, which is arguably the most annoying one to see fight, because he's constantly healing, just like that, and his healing is insane. So let's see if the Vial can out-damage the healing of this annoying mob. He can stun him, though. He can stop him from healing, just like that. It's gonna be over. One last hit. Oh, he missed. If he lands the healing, he's gonna restart again. He's got stun, yeah, but no, the healing is in. He's almost back to full health. Okay, he's attacking, which means he's not doing any healing. And it's over. I'm always glad to see him die. Since we skipped the Jarl, that means we're already in the Ashland. Starting with the Askvin, which is one of the strong mobs you encounter that you can tame inside the Ashland. And it seems that a 1-star, a no-star, I mean, Askvin is not enough against a Vial. It was against the bear. Oh my god, stop jumping over each other. I need to put walls over this arena. Or at least raise the ground so they don't do that constantly. This is a new one, by the way. I haven't done one in the plains. I wanted to do one for the Vial, but there it is. You learn every time. But anyway, it won't change the fight, it's just dragging it for longer. The Asvin is fighting well, but the Vial is stronger. It's such an interesting mob. Like, what is it supposed to be? A frog? A dog? I was about to make a pun with frog dog, but it makes dog, so it doesn't work. Which means it's time for the Charred Warrior to be unaware and get backstabbed. Yep, let's do that again. Okay, he got no damage. Wait. He didn't die from that? That's impressive. Let's do that again, but two of them in the same place. There we go. Both of them aware. Charred Warrior are pretty strong when you arrive in the Ashland. If you're not careful, they're very dangerous. Although, they're slow, easy to dodge. Not for a mob that's right in its face. There we go. Alright, starting from here, I accidentally muted my mic, so editing carrot here. And as we can see, the Charred Warlock is already blasting the Vial. They are pretty strong. If they stay in the fire, it is cumulative damage. The fire just keeps stacking on itself, dealing more and more damage to the Vial, which means even though the Warlock is not that strong, it's killing the Vial. Moving on, we have the Twitcher, which is arguably the weakest but the most annoying one of the Charred, which the Vial will deal pretty easily. It just needs to caught up to it, not miss, and do the job. Then we have the Fallen Valkyrie. Fallen Valkyrie are actually very strong, and they flies, which means the Vial will land just 1 or 2 hits, and then it's just going to be a waiting game of getting hit in the face, having the super move. This move that spins and is like almost unparryable when you're playing in survival. But then its most powerful move is this, the fireball that does poison and fire at the same time for massive damage. And then we have the Morgan. One of the most interesting mob in this game. It's so weird, it's like a good boy, he's moving left and right, and they love to go on each other too. Not like that, you know what I mean. In the game. Anyway, the Vial is actually pretty strong for sustaining so much damage to the Morgan. I almost forgot its name. It's so weird to like watch something I already recorded and do voiceover at the same time, but here we are. I'm a dumbass and I forgot to press. Then I accidentally pressed mute on my mic, but here we are. The Vial is actually losing to the Morgan. The Morgan is so tanky. It's not one of the most like damaging enemy in the game, but it's actually just extremely tanky. And slowly chipping away the Vial's health faster than it can be chipped away. Also, both of them are doing their resistant damage, so they are just slowly taking damage at each other. One hit at a time. Morgan is not even half health, and the Vial is almost dead. It's gonna be one hit, and here we go. Then we have the Dvergr from the Ashland, which is completely another type of Dvergr, and this Vial just misses the first attack and got the second and the third. And the Dvergr was like stunned there. But these shots of the Dvergr do like hundreds of damage. They are a menace normally. Of course, they are resistant to piercing, so the Dvergr does less damage, but it's enough to actually really do some damage to the Vial. And that Dvergr also has a lot of HP, so he's sometimes running around, dodging attacks. The only thing that is weak with the Dvergr is its melee attack, which does sometime. Like right now. Right, never mind. Like now. So it gives more hits to the Vial that the Dvergr can shoot, giving the bear the advantage here. I had to get out of the way not to stop the fight. I'm trying to not skew the fight, but the Dvergr rogue is dead. Then I almost forgot the Sea Serpent, so here we go. Here's the first Sea Serpent, the normal one, against the Vial. The thing is, the Vial is not good in the water, although the Serpent is pretty early on in the progression. You're supposed to encounter this guy before going in the plane. So the Vial has a lot of HP to resist the bite from this Sea Serpent and is doing actually a lot of damage to the Sea Serpent. It only takes a few hits for the Vial. The only problem is the Vial is right now completely stationary. He's not swimming really, he's turning slowly and sometimes attacking just like that. And he's stepping on the Serpent. So unfortunately for the Sea Serpent, which is a super very cool mob to look fight, but unfortunately it's over. Finally, our last fight is the Bone Maw, the upgraded version of the Sea Serpent that you can only find inside the Ashland, I mean the water outside the Ashland. The one that when you fell in, it's like cooking you alive, boiling you alive. And the great advantage with the Bone Maw is its range attack, although the fire doesn't catch when the Vial is on fire, is on the water, I mean. And the big disadvantage of the Vial right now is, unlike the bear and some other mobs, like the troll, when they're in the water, they don't move. They have a swimming animation, but look at that, he's just standing there. So the Bone Maw can just shoot at him willy-nilly, only when he gets close for a bite that sometime the bear will attack. I mean the Vial. Not always, like there, he had the time in the world, but he did nothing. I'm not sure why. His AI completely broke at this moment. He's just, yeah, standing there. And is it just me, or he's kind of looking SCP-682? Or is it just me, the unkillable reptile? Maybe it's just the skull or something, I don't know. But for now, he's just the no AI reptile. It's not even a reptile, it's a bear, but you know what I mean. So unfortunately, this is going to be it. Make sure you subscribe. And this poor bear, this poor Vial will be murdered and eaten alive by this Bone Maw. So, bye-bye, that's the end of the video. Subscribe, bye!